Synergetic journal videos of my individual continuous non-political manifesto. May 16, 17, 2026. Omnidirectional frame of reference, game of universe, the closest approach to eternity in God. Part 19. Christina Herlovson's ongoing Synergetics research project. Part 1 of 2 parts. Depending on God, a sound word that can be spoken and written in any language everywhere on earth, seems impressively important from many differently convincing communication tactics. Some of the strategies are analogically and metaphorically contrived to convert the observer's innate considerations of as yet not differentiated and integrated interrelating points of vaguely interested significant value. It is where the objective requires little concentrated thought when following any leader on the world stage, or the objective requires physical strength and determined fortitude of the local problem solver's voluntary, conscionable, contributing concerns for vulnerable people. During TEUCP, the evolving universal communication process, however, humans subconsciously adapt to the manifest analogy and metaphors, which are derivation language tools that are not necessarily comprehended, much less understood as cogs in the wheels of progress, that hundreds to thousands of years ago gained favor with the competing hierarchical power between the thrones and churches of yore. The competing fervor continues vying for most powerfully persuasive position relative to inculcation and indoctrination. The battle wages, carrying into humanity's essential environments for the survival of our newest generations, as most of us are unaware of almost impossible traces from the inherited detriments which educated ignorance at all levels of academia protects with increasing latitude, that threatens loss of freedom to irreparable degree. This is happening. The more ignorant our humanity becomes from fear engendered provocations as anti-truth, as a self-governing system of the people, by the people, for the people, are gradually displaced by Islamic regimes, despite Christianity being more conducive to upholding the virtues humans are designed in principle to value, correlatively to defending precious life. Vices and virtues seem always to be two sides of the same coin. But Christianity is true for all manifest religions, praises its own virtues, while unwittingly engendering punitory strains that inadvertently manifest vices as humans act and react, evidencing discoverable results from aspects to cases as the omnirational universe explorer's best friend during research writing is Arbitminster Fuller's Synergetics explorations in the geometry of thinking and the up-to-date dictionaries and thesauruses. Logically, if words were used in analogies and metaphors to cleverly supplant systemic thought's referentially reliably generalized field as experiences, intuitions, speculations, experiments, discoveries, and productions, EISEDP, are integrals of human events, then undoing the damage can be accomplished by metaphysical omniscience reversing the implicit game plan to some explicit degrees of discernment that requires awareness of nature's coordinate systems, vector equilibrium, and all the UIVMOFCH universe, isotropic vector matrix, operational fields, cosmic hierarchies, energy, quanta modules. Consider the possibility that metaphysical omniscience may be transcendental in its velocity to that of omnipotence is not the least bit difficult, especially concerning the physical speed of energy as radiation reaching its highest velocity as well. It is highly likely that our species, humans of a mind, is designed in principle to most accurately rename the concept God, which to date is Eon, universe, eternal, omniscient mind. If we do not articulate this human propensity, how in universe are we expecting any generation of humans to evolve as an intelligently designed species? Our species has been identified by forensic anthropologists as humans of a mind. Learning of this encourages deeper thought, while not having to adhere to inherited detriments. As it turns out, the vulnerable people are everyone in the world. We are all subjects to the slave mentality conditioning, where the inculcated mantras refer to the power of one's particular God in a very personal communication, hopefully granting specific requests relative to fervently praying. But perhaps the shared objective involves human courage, strength, determination, self-discipline, caring for one's own species, its men, women, and children. Humans have been described by forensic anthropologists as a species of a mind. Apparently, the mind is essential for the human species, who individually are designed, fully equipped with cerebral neuronal circuits, the integrated brain computer protected inside our individual skull for every sense detected, trial and error, experiential, experimental, explore, survival stratagems in support of all life. This can be an omni-rational objective by metaphysical intellects functioning that by omniscient design considers and reconsiders cosmic to local gathered information as an integral evolution necessity. Interestingly, this word consider derives from Latin con plus sidus, joining stars together. Awareness of our concentrated considerations coincides with the stars as tetrahedral points, which are of a negligible altitude to base dimensioning. Negligible being so small, microscopic, is always worth considering. Again, as metaphysical intellect employs its own brain while considering this, that, and whatever is deemed significant, conceptually joins stars together as points of discernment, referentially to the minimum structural system of omni-directional metaphysical physical universe, U equal MP. To be continued in part 2.